Good day to you. Welcome. My name is Chelsey. So, when I was first diagnosed, I was very thankful to have a number of family and friends reach out to me and Sam to figure out how they could help and support us through this. However, I had no idea what to tell them, and neither did my husband, since how we had not been through this journey before, and there isn't really a roadmap to tell you what you're gonna need and what you're gonna not need. So I wanted to create this video for you if you're fighting so that you have the answer to the question, how can we help? Sometimes it's a little bit awkward asking for support and saying, hey, this would be really helpful. So feel free just to share this video so you don't have to say the words yourself and you can pass along all the information. So the first thing I'm going to talk about today is one of my favorite things, and that is food. So typically I am a very big eater. I love food. However, going through treatment, I was not really excited about it. Therefore, making it was even less exciting, and eating it was a bit of a chore. So when I had friends or family drop off food for my husband and I was extremely thankful. Even if I wasn't able to eat it or stomach it, it was there for my husband so that when he got home from a long day at work, he didn't have to worry about making something for himself, and he could relax and he could look after me. The person that you want to support may or may not have strong food aversions depending on where they are in their treatment. But I would say in general, the less spicy, the less big taste, the better. For me, it was very odd. I typically didn't enjoy pizza prior to treatment, but during chemo, all I wanted was pizza and pad thai, which I know goes against what I just said because those are very flavorful dishes. But some easy ideas would be soup, chilies, casseroles, homemade muffins, energy balls, pretty much anything that could easily be made, reheated, and just consumed would be very helpful. Now, if you are like me and you don't consider yourself to be a chef and typically just like to cook for yourself, another idea to support your person would be to get them a gift card for their favorite restaurant so they could just order in, or you could even pass along a grocery gift card to their grocery store that's close to their house, so that they can just pick that up really easy. The next thing that I found really helpful was connection. So sometimes going through treatment, it felt like I was really isolated. Well, I was really isolated. I was no longer working or doing the activities that I would typically love to do with friends and family. So having connection with people from the outside world was really beneficial. For me, with respect to conversations, it totally varied what I wanted and what I needed out of that connection. So sometimes I was looking for a friend to talk to about the decisions that I needed to make or about the struggles that I was going through and just share or gain some insight or different perspective. But other times, even just the thought of sharing what I was going through was enough to bring me to tears. And if we're out and about on a walk or in a coffee shop, that's not a place that I would want to have a breakdown. So just being aware that there's a lot of emotions going on. So you could simply just let your person lead the conversation and see where they're directing it, to give you a guide as to where to go with it. Being able to get together with friends and family was a game changer for me. It didn't matter if someone was coming over for coffee, my house, if we were just going to chill inside, or if we were going to go out for a walk or for a coffee or to wander the mall. What really mattered is that I was getting to spend time with that person. I was getting to connect and really just feel like I was living and being a part of life. Sometimes it's just nice to know that there's life outside of cancer and that's not everything that's going on. And it's nice to laugh and have fun and just forget about it for a while. So another thing to keep in mind with respect to connection is the people just outside the fighter's circle. So in my case, my husband, it was really nice when his friends connected with him to, go out and do stuff that he enjoys to do, and for them just to be there for him as well. Because he also needed that support, just like I did. He also needed an outlet to live outside of this diagnosis, outside of what was going on with us. So remember to give support to those people as well. I don't love talking finances, but the truth of the matter is things change when you are diagnosed with cancer. In my case, I needed to take a leave from work, which significantly impacted our household income. So that puts an extra financial burden and stress on the family, excuse me, that's already going through something stressful. Even though a lot of my treatments were covered by healthcare, which I'm extremely thankful for, there was a lot of unforeseen bills and extra things that we need to pay for, like travel, hotel when I had to go down for my surgery, specialist appointments, medications they recommended, supplies to help with side effects like compression sleeves, wigs, post-surgical bras. So there are a lot of things that come up that cause some extra stress. All of this to say that whatever you are able to do to support your person, whether it be dropping off some food, whether it be going out for a coffee or for a walk, whether it be an act of service or a gift or gesture, which we'll talk about next, whatever it is, anything that you can do that lightens the stress on the shoulders of your person is going to mean the world to them, whether you know it or not. It's going to be a big deal. It meant the world to me when I received a card or a care package from somebody in the mail. Just knowing that they were thinking about me made me feel so loved and empowered me to keep fighting and doing my best. So I'd like to share with you a few different ideas of things that I received, as well as a few more that I've come up with along the way that you could send to your person. So the first thing is a card or a gesture of support. So ones like this, it says, "You are brave, you are strong, you are loved." So it's just kind, uplifting things that make a difference. Another thing I found so helpful was a book, so empowering books, adult coloring book. I really liked these. These are daily affirmation cards. So this one is from The Universe Has Your Back. So I would pull a card every morning and it would kind of give me a message for the day. So this one says, "True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers." And there's a bunch of positive affirmations in here. Coffee cups. Toques. Cute toques are such a nice gift. I had a bunch of toques that I wore. For me, I really liked soft colors because, without any hair on my face, it was nice. One of my favorite toque brands are by BK Co. They're made of soft bamboo and they're long, so they're really slouchy and it just makes your head look a little bit bigger. During treatment, I spent a lot of time at home by myself, so you could do a self-care kit. So I received like a facial kit. You could send a nail kit. This is a nice scentless eye pillow that felt really nice. Another thing that could be really helpful is magnetic eyelashes. A couple ideas of things that I don't have pictures for are body lotion, Epsom salts. Having salts during treatment felt so good on my body, and it was really good for my mind too. I received some graphic socks that were really fun. There was a group of ladies that got together and they decided that they were going to have a beautiful vase of scentless flowers ready for me when I got home from each of my 8 chemo treatments. And I'll tell you, walking up those stairs and seeing those flowers there waiting for me, it was like a celebration every time. I knew that I had just finished another chemo, and every time I looked at them, it just reminded me that I had overcome something, and it meant the world to me. It's not the thing, it is genuinely your care, your thought that makes all the difference. So the last grouping of support I have is what I'm calling acts of service. All of those day-to-day tasks that typical adults need to do in order to live and run a household and just be are challenging. The fight itself is already taking all the mental and physical power that I had, and doing things like mowing the lawn, raking, putting up or taking down Christmas lights, doing the dishes, vacuuming, laundry. Those were all just above and beyond, and getting help in some of those things was incredible. If your fighter has kids, you could offer to pick them up and take them to school, help, with the transportation to different sporting events, or just invite them over for a play date to give your fighter some time to rest. Something that I didn't expect that would take its toll on me as much as it did was all the commuting that we needed to do for treatment. So it was not safe for me to drive myself those 2 hours to and from treatment. So I needed to have somebody available 8 to 20 hours a week to drive me. Now I'm very thankful that my parents were available for most of those times so that my husband didn't have to take all of that time off of work. So if you are someone who has a more of a flexible schedule and you would be able to sub in once a week or once a month, just to kind of take that driving pressure off of whoever the primary support is, that would be a big deal. Another idea is, if you're not able to do that, even to provide a gas card just to support in that way, that would be a big deal too. In this category, pretty much just think of the chores and jobs that you find you kind of shove to the back and you don't really want to do, and that would be extremely helpful for your fighter. The last couple ones that came to mind for me, which I do enjoy doing actually, is taking my dog for a walk. But when I did not have the energy to even go up the stairs, taking the dog for a walk was not something that was safe for me to do. Or after surgery, going and picking up groceries was not a safe activity for me to do. One, I wasn't able to drive after surgery, and two, I wouldn't be able to carry the groceries. So if you can do something simple but very helpful like that, it'll make a big difference. Something to keep in mind is that treatment takes time. So in my case, active treatment lasted 10 months. So I know that that's a long time to support someone. So what I might suggest is create a group chat, a Facebook chat or a group email, and invite some of the people within your circle to be on it, and come up with a plan of how you can together support your person over a period of time. So it's not just on you. I know that it's not a big burden to support someone you love, but everyone is busy. So if everybody just chips in a little bit, it will mean so much, and you'll be able to help more over the length of time. I just want to take a moment to thank everyone for their generosity in my fight. You have no idea the difference that you made in my life with all of the gestures, the connections, the acts of support, the food. It really made the world to me. If you are watching this video because you want to support someone else, know that every gesture, every act of kindness truly makes a massive, massive ripple effect and decreases the stress of your fighter. So thank you for being here with me. If you found this helpful, feel free to like and subscribe to this channel. I would actually love to hear your feedback. If you have something that you have found helpful during your fight, put it in the comments below. That way we can have more ideas flowing for other people to gain from and benefit from. Once again, thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.